following contest scheduled for one fall is for the WWE Championship. He's welcome at this time, Alberto Del Rio's personal ring announcer, Ricardo Rodriguez.
Damas y caballeros, aquí en esta noche de Nueva York les presento al hombre que ganará su último poderes a Perú de México, el patrón. Él es Alberto Del Rio doesn't serious damage to CM Punk here tonight, so CM Punk will understand what it's like to be in pain. Put me in a cry, baby, come on.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Gentlemen, the 50-year history of the WWE Championship. The title has changed hands here in New York on 15 occasions. More than any other place in the entire world. Will it happen tonight?
And CM Punk is finally getting his rematch after Alberto Del Rio cashed in his Money in the Bank contract at SummerSlam.
Alberto Del Rio has had a magical year. He began the year off by winning the largest Royal Rumble in history. He also won the Money in the Bank ladder match and then cashed it in at SummerSlam to win the WWE title.
Oh, wait a minute. You know you have to keep an eye on Ricardo Rodriguez, because throughout this entire magical year that you speak of, Rodriguez has been there creating shortcuts for Del Rio. And I don't think that's befitting of a champion.
You know, CM Punk enters this match a 4-time world champion and a 2-time Money in the Bank winner. In fact, he's the only man to win it 2 years in a row.
You know, the past year that Alberto Del Rio has had might just be the most impressive I've ever seen.
The only stretch in recent memory I can compare it to is perhaps Sheamus's in 2009. In a matter of 6 months, he went from debuting on ECW to becoming WWE Champion.
Well, you're right about that. That was a very impressive stretch, to say the least. Sheamus shot up like a rocket, and Del Rio seems to be doing the same thing.
Indeed, King. It will go down as one of the best 12-month stretches in sports entertainment history, as will Alberto Del Rio's unbelievable run he's on now.
Oh, that did it. 2. Big DDT. 3. What a fierce kick.
Tonight marks the third time in WWE history that the Big Apple has played host to Survivor Series.
Yeah, and the last time was in 2002 when Big Show defeated Brock Lesnar for the same prize. CM Punk and Alberto Del Rio are battling over here tonight, the WWE Championship.
Getting back to Survivor Series 2002 for a moment, that night also marked the first ever Elimination Chamber match.
Oh, I remember that. Shawn Michaels will forever hold the honor of winning the first ever Elimination Chamber. He turned back Chris Jericho, Kane, Rob Van Dam, Booker T, and Triple H that night to capture the World Heavyweight title. That's it. He's done. CM Punk says he's going to make the WWE Championship interesting again.
What I don't like about CM Punk is the way that he coerced Alberto Del Rio into putting the champ. Pump Del Rio up high, over the GTS.
Oh, but look at Del Rio. He's not even going for that cross arm breaker. And, whoa, watch that roundhouse.
Yeah, but look at Del Rio. Del Rio full to the arm breaker. Arm breaker.
Locked into the submission, trying to tear that shoulder.
This is not the position you want to be in.
And he lets him out.
Well, he might have been losing some of his grip there anyway. He probably figured it would be better to release the hold now before his opponent could counter it. You know, the only thing I agree with Alberto Del Rio on is, I've been rich and I've been poor, and he's right, rich is better.
What? I find it hard to believe that the king of Memphis was once poor.
Yeah, I know that shocks you, Cole, but my early battles in Memphis with Jackie Fargo, while great, weren't necessarily sending me to the penthouse.
There's a reason for that. Alberto Del Rio, on the other hand, was born into wealth. His family is among the most wealthy and well-respected in all of Mexico.
You know, I've been watching Alberto Del Rio since he arrived here in the WWE, and he's always working the little things, something his opponent never sees coming. That's what's unique about Alberto Del Rio.
What's going to be interesting is that you would have to assume the strategy for both men in this matchup is to work the arms of the other. For Del Rio, it's the cross arm breaker, and of course for Punk, the Anaconda Vice.
And you would have to think that both of these guys are under a lot of pressure. It doesn't get any bigger than competing in the Big Apple. Would you look at the arrogance of CM Punk? I don't knock a guy for having beliefs, but I can't stand how Punk thinks he's better than everybody else. Later tonight, for the first time in history, known WrestleMania opponents will team up when The Rock partners with John Cena to battle R-Truth and The Miz.
I have a hard time believing, King, The Rock and John Cena will be able to coexist here tonight.
Well, I gotta agree, The Rock and John Cena certainly are an unlikely team, but it's not necessarily uncommon to see the Great One shelve his personal feelings for the betterment of the team. You gotta remember, the Rock and Sock connection.
You're right, King. You know, Rock wasn't necessarily fond of Mankind when they first teamed, but that was different. The Rock and Mankind weren't already signed to do battle on the biggest stage of them all.
Playing mind games.
Yeah, a little intimidation there.
And he reversed it.
Good move there.
He was one step ahead on that one.
King, John Cena has been named Superstar of the Year at the Slammies the past 2 years.
Yeah, but you'd have to think whichever superstar wins this match here tonight will be the odds-on favorite to win this one of moves.
You know, King, I'm thinking about filing a criminal and civil lawsuit against CM Punk after he injured me this past week on Raw.
Oh, that's great. How does that Anaconda Vice feel anyway?
It's excruciating. I'm in severe pain. It's a miracle.
Man, there's no getting up from that. It's so hard to game plan for CM Punk, Cole.
Yes, because...
Oh, look at this.
Oh, and a kick out. And look at Punk. Wait.
He's got him.
The Anaconda Vice locked in. Locked in on Del Rio.
Del Rio maybe hits. Look at this. Del Rio's tapping out.
We got a new champion.
Oh my God! CM Punk has won! What a moment! Oh man! WWE Championship just being handed to CM Punk! Here is your winner and new WWE Champion, CM Punk! And now the celebration. You're right about that, Punk sharing it with his fans. What an incredible